So it's quite chilly this morning, so I decided I would show you some of our Christmas decorations. These, of course, are much more interesting at night when you can actually see all the sparkling lights, but we'll work with this. And that is Apollo in the background, by the way. He may say something, he may just scream, because some of you have asked if he has words. He does have words, but he doesn't do them on command, so we'll see how we go with that. So today is Friday, the 22nd of December, and the moon is in Taurus. We have a conjunction of the moon early today to Jupiter. It just makes the Taurus moon even more Taurus, expands the energy of the Taurus moon. Taurus moon is relatively a staid moon. It's relatively a moon that enjoys um, tradition. It's kind of a tradition lover. Okay, so there's our plants. And now we go into the village. The village. We call this Tinseltown. Michael does it different every year, but this is what this year's Tinseltown looks like. And these light up, and I will take some videos tonight when when it's dark and you can see the lights. So I'll share that with you as well. All right. Today we have an interesting combination of things. First of all, today Mercury makes an inferior conjunction to the Sun. This is the highlight of the Mercury retrograde cycle. The Mercury retrograde cycle, this particular conjunction occurs at 1 degree of Capricorn yesterday, or actually last night, late last night. The Sun moved into Capricorn. We have the first day of winter. This will be the first full day of winter. And technically, I don't know if today is the shortest day or yesterday was the shortest day. But, of course, here in the Northern Hemisphere, winter means the least amount of light. And yet, the next day, when winter begins, the light starts to grow and starts to rise. There's Sienna. And that art is one of Michael's. Michael did that many years ago. He actually did that for his mother. And when his mom passed, they gave her husband at the time gave us that back. And we're happy for it because we love it. And that's Santa Claus. That was actually a Santa Claus made by a friend of my mother's. She used to crochet the Santa Claus outfit. She did such a beautiful job. It's one of my favorite Santa Clauses. And put it on the doll. And she was an amazing woman. I met her. She was also a bone setter. She was kind of an interesting lady when I met her. She was quite old. But she was kind of the chiropractor of her day, but she wasn't licensed. She was sort of like, you have a problem, you would go see her. She'd set your bones and you'd feel better. Like it was back in the day, an Italian lady. And that there with that hat with the little green feather in it was my dad's fedora. And I always keep it close to the door because he's close to my heart. I miss you, Dad. All right, back to astrology. So we have this need to be introspective. Here's some more decorations. We have this little thing here. In the first degree of Capricorn talks about the responsibility that comes with leadership. And so that's some of the things that you'd be thinking about. Here's the stairs. As Michael's still working on it. There's our little Oriole. We have a story about the Oriole. When Michael and I met and first started dating, he lived along Town Brook in Plymouth, and there were willow trees all around. And Orioles love to make their nests in the willows. They make these hanging nests, and I think it was the first time I had ever really heard an Oriole. And his landlady said, "Oh, that's the Orioles are back. That's good. That's a good omen." And when I looked up Oriole, it said blessing on relationships. And so the Oriole has always sort of been a symbol of our relationship. And there's some family pictures and some angels. That's my grandmother, my mother's mother in the middle there, Grandma Josephine. Michael's family growing up. That's Michael. That's Michael right there. There's Grandma. That was me and Michael when we were first dating, when the Orioles came to bless us. Look how young we were. Jeez. That was my old apartment along the canal. And there's my mother's wedding picture. And some more angels. And there's Michael and his mom at the wedding. And that's my mother and father's cake topper from their wedding. And this is a lovely angel that I actually bought this angel when I was in New Mexico for the first time. I haven't been back. I would love to go back. But we picked that up at a restaurant, I think. I brought it home for my mom. And then this was from the same trip. It's a picture we got at the Georgia Keefe Museum. So that was kind of cool. All right, so let's continue. So we have this conjunction between the Sun and Mercury asking us to really go within to find the answers. And it is issues around responsibility. So what are we responsible for? Or what are our responsibilities? Perhaps what aren't our responsibilities? And a need to do that. Now, we also have aspects between Mars and Jupiter and Mars and Saturn. We have a quintile between Mars and Saturn. And quintiles are somewhat magical. It really is a nice combination of moving forward, Mars, and understanding our responsibilities, Saturn. And then we have an inconjunct between Jupiter and Mars later in the day. And that's one that can get people in trouble because Jupiter has a tendency to exaggerate. Jupiter can be somewhat of a liar, and people who take actions despite the fact that they're lying, or despite the fact that they really need to look and see what's most important and the steps they need to take, they sort of circumvent that and just do the willy-nilly Jupiter-Mars thing, will have a lot of problems because of that. So any action today must be considered. It must be taken seriously. And any sort of urge to just do it because the hell, what could happen? Lots. So we do need to be very responsible every day, but especially today. All right, so that's the dealio, guys. A little bit of a look around the house with the decorations, and a look at our very quiet bird, Apollo. Hi, Apollo. Hi, Butter. Ooh, da bada 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 ball. Hi, baby. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. I did a solstice video. I apologize for the quality of the video. I was having some issues with whatever it is, it was a technical issue on the part of my my server, my Verizon thing. The bandwidth, I was having trouble with the bandwidth. So there's good information, even though there's a lot of like stops and goes and different things with the video. So maybe you just want to listen. It's a better video to listen to, I think. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you again tomorrow. Much love. Namaste.